and welcome to The Measured Pencil. I'm Stephen Murray, and I'm here with pencil buff Wes Nelson.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. How are you?
I'm ecstatic, Stephen.
So which pencil are we doing?
I don't even know. We're doing the Papermate SharpWriter number 2.
Why are we doing this one?
Because this is high school for me. This brings me back. This is nostalgia in a tube.
The Papermate SharpWriter is the mechanical pencil to trust for break-resistant leads. With break-proof technology and a unique shock-absorbing tip, these Papermate mechanical pencils further reduce lead breakage. Meanwhile...
Why was that?
That's their copy.
That was a hell of a meanwhile.
Meanwhile, the twist to advanced mechanism silently advances your lead so there's fewer distractions when writing. The smudge-resistant Pink Pearl, I did not know that, Pink Pearl eraser fixes mistakes cleanly, while the number 2 pencil leads are the choice for standardized testing. Like the Bic Ultra Smooth, the SharpWriter seems to only come in multiples of 10. So let's hear what people have to say about them. Usually we do multiple reviews.
Yeah.
But this review is so epic,
okay,
we're only going to need one.
Sorry, I got distracted. I was trying to draw that famous S that everyone drew back
in the 90s.
Yes, and I can't do it. But this pencil made me want to do that.
So this person is self-identifying as just an Amazon customer.
Okay, that's pretty generic.
I love these, but...
Oh, that's a big but.
3 out of 5 stars. I really love these pencils. They look stylish and are just very good based off impressions a while ago and first impressions. However, I had to detract a star because the lead is very difficult, basically practically impossible to replace. This not only costs money, about 20 cents a piece, but also has an environmental impact, so I've subtracted a star.
Ooh, yes.
Update!
Yes, my favorite.
Actually, in contrast to what many people think, the lead is actually really easy to replace.
Oh.
When you run out of lead, simply take off the eraser, turn the twisting mechanism in the opposite direction, take out the lead holder, stick a new piece of lead in, and make sure it sticks inside the spring. Twist it a couple times while making sure it doesn't come out, and then twist it in the out direction. You should see lead coming out.
Beautiful.
Might sound complicated, but it's fairly simple. It's definitely not 10 seconds intuitive, though.
Is that a standard measurement of intuitiveness?
Sure.
Malcolm Gladwell, if you're listening, call in.
I would rather pay 10 to 20 cents more a piece if I could get the same pencils, but which I could reuse the ones I can't. Again, This is the first impression review. If they use up a lot of lead, I will deduct 1 more star. I'll update this review about that within this month.
Are you listening, Papermate?
Update!
Yes! Yes!
It's been a little over 2 months, and they don't use up too much lead.
Oh.
However,
Oh, no!
on the topic of refilling them, I usually don't refill them or lose them before I get a chance to refill them because although they are refillable, they are a bit time-consuming to refill. I would still 100% recommend.
Wow.
Update!
No!
A year later,
No way!
they still aren't the easiest to refill. I don't know what would have changed. It's the same pencil.
They don't send updates over the cloud.
They still aren't the easiest to refill. For though the price has jumped from $7 to $8 to $17. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
I can't rate this 5 stars for that price. That's like almost 50 cents a pencil.
No.
So updated to 3 stars.
Whoa. That was amazing. Steven, your line read on that was brilliant.
It's got the full emotional range.
Yes.
It's got the twists and turns. That I give that review 5 stars.
Absolutely. You took me on a ride there. That was a roller coaster of emotions, ups and downs, edge of my seat thrills. I appreciate the humility that went into that. Was it the first update?
Yes.
Okay. I appreciate the humility to come back and say, you know what? I was wrong. And I also really appreciate the instructional quality of that. To not only update himself, but then to, or herself, or themselves, but to then go on an instructional step-by-step process for refilling the lead. I think that's brilliant. That's a class Amazon review right there.
It's quite detailed.
Yeah. You don't ever see that. Usually it's, I tried to use it to write on concrete, doesn't work, 1 star. You know, like I appreciate that. That's a great review.
It got in the way of my saw, 1 star.
Yes.
Totally the pencil's fault.
It didn't stop a bullet, 1 star. Steven, this pencil it's iconic. It's nostalgic. It's everything. And you know what? I actually gave it to my daughter to start her on her pencil journey.
Oh.
No, I think it's great. I like the shock absorbing tip. I don't know if that was intentional or if they designed it that way or if it's just a happy accident. But either way, I appreciate it. It takes a little bit to get used to, but I think it's great. I love the color. I like that it's trying to look like a pencil, like a number 2, you know, with the tip here to make it look like it's been sharpened. I like the eraser. I like the clip is whatever, but it breaks off. It's like the first thing to snap off, or it's the first thing you chew on when you're nervous or something. I don't know. I'm having like cold sweat flashbacks to all sorts of weird and embarrassing childhood memories as I hold this thing. The longer I hold this thing, I want to take tests in those Scantron bubble sheets, or I want somebody to hand me like one of those blue essay books and just tell me to go to town.
I always wanted to use a mechanical pencil on those tests, but I
Yeah.
always had an anxiety that like, oh, it's not going to scan.
Yeah.
If you gave me that, I would have no anxiety because
Yeah.
it looks like a pencil.
Absolutely. It takes that fear away. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Steven?
I have never been on board with this.
No.
No.
Oh my gosh.
And none of it's fair. I always thought it was trying too hard. And, you know, when it comes down to it, I just didn't like the twist on the bottom.
Yeah.
It was weird to me.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. It works great.
Yeah.
It writes great. I, now appreciate that it looks like a pencil. I think that's awesome. I didn't know it had a pink pearl eraser. That's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I could just never get over the twist at the bottom.
Do you know what's interesting is that when my daughter needed a writing instrument the other night for some homework or something, is that was the pencil I chose to be expendable. I think that says a lot. It says 2 things. What it says is that I can give this to her, and she's 11. She's not going to break it. But, it's not like a metal thing. It's not a Rotring 600 where she drops it, it's toast. Like, this thing's durable. Like, she could take it to the hard knock streets of middle school and back, and it'd be fine. And also, I deemed it to be like something that I could lose. So, I don't know.
Well, it'll survive in the bottom of her backpack.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm sure she's already lost it. So, oh well. And at what, 17 cents, or they're up to 20 cents or 50 cents now?
Well, I think that's even pre-inflation, so it's probably $12.
Yeah, you're right. There's some stuck in the Suez Canal right now on a tanker, just blocked.
So I don't think this is as much of a steal it because they're not as common as the Bic or something like that.
Right.
But what do you rate it?
I would rate it, walk down a hallway and one will show up in your pocket. It just will. You can't go through life without having handled one of these pencils. It will just fall into your lap like a good opportunity. But not a great opportunity, a good opportunity.
Because you know where I actually got this one.
Did you steal it?
I stole it.
Nice.
Well, before the cops come, that's all I have for the Measured Pencil. Catch us next week. This was the Measured Pencil with Wes Nelson and Stephen Murray. Follow us on Instagram for more content and to see what the pencils actually look like. If you have a pencil that you would like us to review, contact us through our Acast page and your pencil might be part of a future episode. And if you haven't already followed us, please click subscribe on your favorite place to listen to podcasts.